The big fish don't care about it. Some women straight for a job. What's the solution? There's a problem. Everywhere there's corruption. Everyone seems corrupt. Everywhere there's corruption. Something for something, nothing for nothing. Something for something, nothing for nothing. Something for something, nothing for nothing. Corruption, corruption, corruption in the society. Corruption, corruption, corruption in the society. Corruption, corruption.
It's a very good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you all Zimbabweans, wherever you are in the world, where you're joining us from. It's a very sad day that we meet today to discuss a lot of topics that made the headlines over the past week on Change Radio News. My name is Sophia Tikwani. I'll be joined by Champion Loveness Gotora, Champion Leo, and Mambo Soshe on this episode of our news review. So sit back, relax, and join us. Don't forget to like and share and to subscribe to Change Radio on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, so that you can be up to date with what is going on and the news and the entertainment that is coming to you from Change Radio. We have a lot of topics that we're going to be talking about tonight, but first of all, let me ask Champion Loveness to say hello to the viewers and listeners.
Thank you very much, Leader Sophia Chakwani. My apologies. As you can see, I'm walking. Something is happening. I'm on my way to work. I'd like to say greetings to all our viewers and listeners. My name is Loveness Gotora. They call me Kanjiva. I would like to welcome you all to our news review every Sunday. Thank you very much for following us. Thank you, Leader Sophie.
Thank you, Champion Kanjiva. Right, let's get into it. But remember, interact with us, send us your comments. If you have any questions, can you just send them in the comments and then we'll talk about that and then we can flight and we can have a conversation. We have a lot of topics that we're going to be talking about, but a very sad topic that we'll start off with this evening. Champion Loveness, if you can just take us through. We lost a very dedicated cadre this past week in the struggle for Zimbabwe. Councillor in Chinoi. I think maybe you know a lot more about what is going on. You're following events. A lot of people in your networks as well were talking about this. Can you just take us through the life and the contributions and what happened to Councillor Huchu?
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Yes, it's so sad the way that our champion died. It's like she was staying alone at a residence. So for some days, people have not been seeing her. So maybe they thought she had visited or something. Until one of the days, the neighbors started smelling some funny smell. And then they alerted other neighbors as well. And then they ended up calling the police to because by the time what was happening, what was that smell? The door was locked and the key was inside. And they were knocking, no one was answering. So they called the police. Police ikauya ikavatora. The body was already decomposing. It's so sad because no one was staying with her. Hapana akaona kurwara kwavo. No one knows what happened to her. It's like she was found next to her bed, looking like she was trying to, I don't know if she was trying to wake up or she was trying to go to her phone because there was a landline in the house. So maybe she was trying to reach the landline kuti vafonere someone, kuti vautaure kuti there was a problem, but she couldn't get there. Unfortunately, she ended up dying alone in the house. I can imagine the way she suffered without anyone watching her, without anyone helping her. She just died there next to the bed, which is so sad. So the day before yesterday, vakazotakurwa vakaendeswa kumusha kwavo kuhwedza ndokwavanoradzikirwa. She was just taken there the same day vakanoradzikwa that same day ravakaendeswa kumusha, because that was the house, that was the day ravakazotorwa nepolisi, ravakaburiswa mumba nepolisi vachiendeswa kumushwari. And then the following day vakazotakurwa vakaendeswa kumusha kwavo kuhwedza vakanoradzikwa ikoko the same day, because vanga vasisakwanisi kusvika vachirara mumba. Zvatinoziva pachivanhu chedu kuti munhukadzi akafa, paanosvika kumusha anofanira kumboita a day ari mumba make, like especially mukitchen, orara mumba make ozomuka achiradzikwa. But in this case havana kukwanisa kurariswa mumba because the body was already decomposing. Vakangosvika vachingoradzikwa that same day. Thank you, Leader Sophie.
Yeah, that's so sad. But Champion, Loveness, just one more thing. Do we know what the cause of death was? Was there any news on that or any information on that?
Can you please come again, Leader Sophie?
Okay, no, I was asking, do we know what the cause of death was?
No, not yet. Not yet. Nothing yet for now. No one knows. And Panama test akaitwa in fact. So no one knows what happened really.
Rather, anyway, it's still very sad news.
Takatombofungwa kuti maybe it's politically related, but takashaya kuti how can we relate the issue to politics, because there was no any evidence of a break in kuti maybe someone akavapindira akakonwa kuvadza, and pamuviri pavo hapana chakaratidzwa kuti vakarohwa kana kuti vakaitwa sei, which means maybe she had a kind of disease yavanga vainayo yakavanetsa yakakonzera kuti vafe vari vega, those chronic diseases, you know, ana BP, what. I'm just assuming because no one is really sure what happened, what killed her.
Yeah, but sad news either way, especially, you know, being the champion that she was a champion, a Triple C champion activist, right from the days of movement of democratic change, the MDC, right up to the Triple C. She never wavered. Vakaramba vamire vari pavari, standing firm in her beliefs and her belief for seeing a new great Zimbabwe. We do say to her family, her friends, her colleagues, to the Triple C and to the nation at large, nematambudziko, zororai murugare lana ngokutula mama. Thank you so much, Champion Loveness. Going on to
Sorry, Leader Sophie. I'm going to leave you for now. I think I'll join you on our next program. Thank you very much for the time, and thank you very much, viewers and listeners. We will meet next time. I'm going.
Thank you so much, Champion Loveness. Enjoy the work.
Thank you very much, and have a good day.
You too. Good night.
Night.
Right. So just moving on with our topics. So the week news, the news of the week, Al Jazeera. Everyone talking about that. A lot of things coming up. A lot of reactions. A lot of comments coming through. But just, you know, I don't know if our technical in the background, our technical department has any of the videos and any of the posters or any information or the snippets that were coming through after the Al Jazeera Gold Mafia documentary. But a lot of takeouts coming out from there. Responses by Angel Java, Henrietta Rushwaya, in fact, calling Zimbabweans dunderheads and stupid. I mean, you know, this you'd actually wonder what is going on in the heads of some of these people, because after being caught that they are stealing at such a large scale that they've been stealing and destroying, bringing the whole country to its knees, what gives the people, those people, the nerve to come out and say that Zimbabweans, you are dunderheads, Zimbabweans, you are stupid, Sakamuchaita say, I think we've got Mambo Soshi coming in later on and is going to talk to us about that. But there's a video on the way forward from Change Radio that I'm hoping the technical department can find and actually share with the viewers and listeners so that we can talk about and think about and map out the way forward after the first part. This is going to be a 4-part documentary series. What we saw last week was just the first part. And it was just the first part, and they're saying that this is nothing compared to what is coming. And if it got people so angry and so worried and with so many questions, I wonder how we'll be feeling and what we'll be talking about and what we will be doing after the whole series is shown, after the whole 4 parts are shown. But I think there's a video from Change Radio that has been is going around and doing the circles that has been prepared on the way forward after the showing of these out.
Vana veZimbabwe, documentary Al Jazeera mariona zvapachena kuti zvicherwa zvedu zviri kubiwa. Kune mbavha dziri muZimbabwe, vaEmerson Mnangagwa nevamwe vavo vari kutora zvicherwa zvedu nemari yacho vachidya vari vashoma. Isu vazhinji tichitambura tichidya nhoko dzezvironda. Vanhu ava imbavha, vanhu ava vari kuba. Zvino tichaita sei mazimba? Zvino muchaita sei? Mari iri kubiwa navaMnangagwa nevamwe vavo inokwanisa kuvaka migwagwa iya yemudunganidzwa anonzi maspaghetti roads akawanda. Inokwanisa zvakare kuvaka zvipatara zvakanaka zvigoiswa mishonga, vakoti nemadhokotera vagobhadharwa zvakakodzera. Mari iyoyo inokwanisawo zvakare kuvaka zvikoro zvemhando yepamusoro-soro, vana vedu vogoenda kuzvikoro zvakanaka. Asi hazvikwanisiki kuitika izvi nekuti mari iri kutorwa ichidyiwa semutwa. Zvino tichaita sei? Ndo zvaunokwanisa kuita izvi, mwana weZimbabwe. Tose kwese kune vana veZimbabwe, ngatiratidzirei. Ngatipinde mumugwagwa kuGermany, kuAmerica, kuCanada, kuUnited Kingdom, kuLondon, kuSouth Africa, Joburg, kuZambia, Lusaka, kuBotswana, kuGaborone, kuMozambique uko, kuLesotho, kuChina, kuAustralia, kwese kune maZimbabweans. Ngatipindei mumugwagwa tiratidze nyika dzose kuti ndo zviri kuitika muZimbabwe. Toratidzirawo zvakare tichitaura kuti vaMnangagwa nevamwe vavo vasiye basa iko zvino. Chechitatu, iwe mwana weZimbabwe unokwanisa kuita zvaunoita uri wega. Nyora paWhatsApp group rekumba kwenyu uchitsanangurira vanhu zviri kuitika. Udza vana veZimbabwe. Kana wakwanisa, gadzira posta, gadzira video. Kana usingakwanise, uya tishande pamwe chete, tokudzidzisa, tokubatsira kuti zvinoitwa sei. Asi toda kuti shoko risvike, shoko reumbavha, shoko rekubiwa kuri kuita mari yedu, shoko rekuti vana veZimbabwe vari kutambura, kwete nemasanctions avanogara vachitaura, asi kuti nekubiwa kuri kuitwa mari muZimbabwe. Shoko ngaritenderere kwese kwese. Chekupedzisira, chiri nyore, taurira hama dzako, newewo wacho enda unonyoresa kuvhota. Kana usingakwanise kunyoresa kuvhota, taurira vamwe vose hama dzako vari kumusha vaende kunonyoresa kuvhota. Tivhote neuwandu, tibvise hurumende iri kuba, iri kupaza, iri kuuraya ramangwana redu.
Izvo tazvinzwira, ane nzeve anzwa. Way forward, register to vote, way forward, spread the news, spread the word. Tumirai shoko kune hama dzese, shamwari dzese, vazive zvekuita, vazive zviri kuitika munyika, kuti vagoziva kuti vanopindura sei. Hapasina kunzi saka muchaita sei, nekuti takuziva kuti tinofanira kuita sei. Munhu wese mumugwagwa, munhu wese mustreet, munhu wese petition, munhu wese mamessage WhatsApp group, ngazvitenderere. Mambo Soshe, tinokuchingamidzai. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Champion, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Tiripo makadi muri Zimbabwe yakateerera. Thank you for holding up.
Thank you so much. Taachitaura nyaya, a very, very important topic. Taachambotaura about Councillor Huchu, who passed away in Chinoi. Champion Loveness wakapa a very befitting obituary. And I can see from a lot of comments that were going on, she touched a lot of lives, Devano. So now and I just want to do a few comments regarding Councillor Huchu before we carry on with the Al Jazeera explosive documentary. And I know a lot of people were saying, Kuti, you know, she touched their lives in a number of ways. Pana Shon Mahere, she was my primary school teacher from grade 5. May her dear soul rest in peace. And being from primary school teacher, she also molded him into the person that he grew up to be. You know, a person who wants to fight for his country, a person who wants change for his country. Saka Munu, who was nurturing people from a young age. Up to now, I heard Kuti, she had retired, but she never stopped doing what she believed in. She never stopped working for the new Zimbabwe that would bring dignity to everyone. So I think, you know, it was a befitting obituary that Champion Loveness gave. Kuti muno aishandira vanhu, muno aishandira nyika yake, muno asina kumboneta. Saka if we had just half that spirit, Zimbabweans facing, we can make a great difference. We can make a huge difference. Let us take a lead. Let us take a lesson from this remarkable woman. And may we say, Kuti, may her soul rest in peace. Lana ngokutula mama. And you know, we will get there. We will get there. We will, you know, bank on your strength and bank on your wisdom and bank on your works, and Zimbabwe will be reached. Mambo Soshe, we're about to play the Ndebele version of the way forward regarding the Al Jazeera video. We just played the Shona version, and then after that, I'm just going to ask you to talk a little bit about that, because I know you're itching to say so much about that documentary and what has come out of it. Our technical department, if you have the video version ready, we would really appreciate if you show that to our listeners and viewers.
Mthwakazi omuhle, ngiyethemba sonke sesilibonile i-documentary ye-Al Jazeera lapho ekhipha indlela igolide leZimbabwe ephuma ngalo, indlela igolide leZimbabwe elithathwa ngalo ngabantu lutshwane besidla bebalutshwane benjalo. Ngiyethemba sibonile njalo ukuthi umnangagwa laye uphakathi kodaba lolu. Sibonile ukuthi ilizwe leZimbabwe selithengiswa njani ngabantu abazithi bona baseduze lo president. Indaba ebuhlungu ukuthi igolide eliningi kangaka eliphumayo phandle kwelizwe, le mali engenayo elizweni ukuthi isebenzani. Imigwaqo ifile, izikolo akula mabhuku, akula lutho ezibhedlela, imithi ayikho ezibhedlela. Abantu bayahawula, abantu bayadubeka, akula manzi elizweni, akula magetsi elizweni. Ogogo bayahawula, okhulu bayahawula, abantu abagogekileyo bayahawula, kodwa iZimbabwe ile mali kangaka. Njalo nxa sesilibonile i-documentary, sizakwenzani ngalo? Wena uzakwenzani ngakho? Kuzaphelela emoyeni na? Kodwa engubonayo mina ukuthi asingalahleni imbeleko ngokufelwa. Kunengi esingakwenza. Sesibonile sokusegcekeni, sesile evidence ukuthi imali idliwa kanjani. Kuqala babecatsha ngama sanctions, kodwa sesibonile ukuthi kasoma sanction yi corruption, ubugwelegwele. asambeni siyeregister ngobuningi ukuvota mthwakazi omuhle. Asiqhubekeni sikhuthaza izihlobo zethu nabangani ukuthi
Right. So there we have it. The way forward, protest, right? Do whatever you have to do to make your voices heard. Do whatever you have to do to make this issue of the gold plundering, not just the gold, the diamonds, the lithium, so many sectors, so many areas of our country that is being destroyed by this illegal government and the cronies. Mambo Sose, your thoughts, what you have been seeing happening the whole week with Al Jazeera, the build up to when it was released, to now where we are today, to the reactions by Angel, the reactions by Java, the reactions by Henrietta Rushwaya. I mean, how do you steal so blatantly? How do you steal Jisina remorse, and then you turn around and you call a whole nation of people dunderheads and stupid?
Yes, you know what the Al Jazeera documentary has just done is to regurgitate what we have been saying all this time, that we have thieves in our government, and we have a government that masquerades as a government, but instead and indeed they are mafias. They are just a bunch of mafias. Vanhu ava imbavha tofanira kunyatsovashedza nezita ravo pachishona. I liked that someone has already translated it to Ndebele, but the key word that should be on everyone's mouth is vanhu ava vari kuba imbavha, and we need to let the world know that, and we also need to let everyone in Zimbabwe, this information must get to the all the four corners of Zimbabwe. Let's make sure we spread the word so that every Zimbabwean knows what is going on in the country. We need to let the people know that Zimbabwe is not suffering. Zimbabwe is not on its knees because of sanctions, as they would want us to believe. Zimbabwe is where it is. We are suffering. We do not have medication in hospitals. We do not even have the hospitals themselves. Our education system is crumpled. Our infrastructure, is also crumpled. We have nothing to write home about as a country. And we are there because these people are stealing. That's the message we should get to all the voters in Zimbabwe. We need to let the people know that if they vote ZANU-PF again, if ZANU-PF comes back after 2023, it means we are going to have more looting. I think there's someone who needs to mute their phone. It means we are going to have 5 more years of looting, 5 more years of corruption, 5 more years of this kind of suffering, 5 more years of this gold smuggling. The money that is being smuggled, the money that is being taken from our minerals is enough to build, roads, is enough to build the spaghetti roads that they move around saying President Chamisa is dreaming he cannot build these spaghetti roads. With the kind of money that is being stolen, millions of dollars every week, billions every year, we are more than capable of being a first world country. But that money is going to, a few people. The money that is supposed to be used for the country is just in the hands of a few individuals. And we are there as Zimbabweans. We are watching. That's why this pastor for ED, Java, ends up asking us, we are being mocked. That's mockery that we are being subjected to. But we are being mocked because as Zimbabweans, we get information and we get angry. We come on social media, we vent out on Twitter spaces, and then we go back home to the comfort of our homes and we forget about everything. The next thing, you're seeing jokes flying around in all social media platforms, people joking about the money that is being stolen from them, people joking by something that is affecting the livelihoods of everyone in Zimbabwe, that is even affecting people, children that are not yet born. Because what we are doing right now, if we do not do anything about this situation, it means we are already affecting people, young people that are not yet born, because the ones that are born are already affected. our our youth, they don't have a life. They don't have anything. And it's all because of these people. It's all because of this looting. We are losing billions of dollars. People need to understand that. And let's do what Champion Barbara did. Find it in your heart. Find it somewhere, to do something about this. Get this information. Kune munhu ari kukamba ako kakadaro ako. Anofanira kuziva kuti ari kugara mudumba umo. Ari kugara mumba imomomo nekuti hurumende iri kuba mari. Nekuti hurumende iri kudya yoga. Vari vashoma kudaro. Vari kudya voga. Vanhu vose vachitambura. This is the message. Find something to do. Write on social media. Write an article. Make a flyer. Make a poster. Make a video. And talk about this documentary. Not about the documentary per se. Talk about this corruption. Documentary. Let's talk about this looting. Let's talk about Mbava Eats. Let everyone know that this is what is happening. And as you were saying when I came in, that Munwesem Road, let's have demonstrations in UK, demonstrations in America, demonstrations in Canada, demonstrations all over, wherever there are Zimbabweans. Let's express our concern over what is happening. We cannot remain quiet. Remaining quiet is not a choice. Neither is it an option. Let's do this, Zimbabweans. Let's take action. We are in a season of action. Remember, right now, today was the last day for voter registration. I hope we all got our people registered. That's part of the action. But right now, we want the information. We want this message to spread to everyone. Tizivise vanhu kuti vanhu ava imbavha vari kutibira. Thank you, Sophia.
It's really time to take action, and there's nothing Chinobosekesa about what is going on, especially when you look at the situation that the artisanal miners, the ones that are mining for this gold that is then smuggled out to Dubai, to China. And it's not only Dubai. We're also looking at China, at the Russian markets. But this gold is being actually mined by our sons, our brothers, our husbands, our fathers, who are artisanal miners. I don't know if we have the video already of the artisanal miners. Of course, it's not in Zimbabwe, but it's the way it happens everywhere with artisanal miners. And we have a lot of artisanal miners that lose their lives. People who are buried underground alive. And we never know who they are because they're just buried and it's kept quiet like that. I don't know if you also remember the past few weeks, a mine belonging to Scott Sapupanya in Penalonga in Mutare had to be forcefully closed down because over 100 people had lost their lives in that dangerous mining conditions as artisanal miners. And no one was saying anything about it. If we have a video of those artisanal miners who are losing their lives, can we just show it to our listeners and viewers? And then just remind ourselves that this is no laughing matter. Our children are losing their lives. And when they lose their lives, when this gold is mined, it's only benefiting a few people who want to drink champagne instead of these natural resources actually benefiting all of us so that we can all have clean drinking water. And, our children are losing their lives, we lose the money, and then they mock us and they laugh at us at the end of the day, saying, Sakamchaita say, Murima Danda Mukungi. Really, we must think about it and we must not take it anymore. We should not be taking it anymore. If we have the video, can you just show it?
Vraiment. Wait, maulize kule, maulize. Wachunge. Asante watu wale. Walikuwa wasiku. Wote wale. Hakuna wengine.
It is not key saves.
You know,
keyhole where people get into the hill and they get out. So if that keyhole is closed, and door and people just get buried alive in that mountain. This could be Shamba. This could be Kwekwe. This could be Penalonga. Maybe this is what is happening Kumamaina Scott Sakupanya until the community actually protested and said, stop this. Mambo Sose, inini dada kutomboshika pakuchema.
No, I mean, vanhu vari kuburitswa mumwena kunge mbeva kudaro. I mean, what kind of nonsense is that? This is what we have relegated our people to. You know, do you know that all of them there could just die? Because, you know, they've dug everywhere there. You know, they're just surviving by the grace of the Lord. Look at those people that are coming out. Kunge nyoka kunge makonzo. Vana veZimbabwe. You know, a country that is so, you know, endowed with so many riches. We are suffering like that. Or we should be setting up proper minds. You know, and as court, and then you get connected to the right people, and then you start stealing, you start looting, and you subject people to this kind of nonsense. And there are people in my book right now that want to vote Scott so that he becomes a member of parliament, a person who is running a business like that. Zimbabweans, we can do better. We cannot allow this situation to continue. And this situation is right in our hands. This is something that we can control. This is something that we can do something about. We need to overrun ZANU-PF in the elections. It's as simple as that. Let's millions of people turn out to go and vote in August. And this mess that we are seeing will be over. And we can do it. Other countries have done it. Yes, I know and I understand that circumstances are different. But let's do our part. First of all, let's turn out in our millions. First of all, let's do our part as Zimbabweans. Iwewe ita part yako. And then tutozosangana pa kudefenda voter. But we need to get out the vote first. How do we still have 12,000 people turning out in Buera South to vote as ZANU-PF in their primary election? When they're doing this, it means there's something that we are not doing as Zimbabweans. People in Zimbabwe don't know the extent of their suffering or the extent of the people suffering. And they do not know who is causing that suffering. And that's where messaging comes in. That's where Change Radio comes in. That's where you and me come in. We need to spread the word. We need to educate our people. It's called voter education. It's supposed to be done by ZEC. If ZEC was an independent, a truly independent board, they'll be educating people to know what to look for in a person who wants to be voted. Does that person have their interest at heart? Are they staying in the same area with them? That's exactly what we are doing in CCC. Unovotera munhu anogara maunogara, unovotera munhu aunogara naye naye, auvotere munhu ausingazivi, unovotera munhu aunoziva kuti ane chido nevanhu, ane chido nema-citizens. Kwete ungonokanda X nekuti unoti uri munhu weZANU-PF. No, let's move away from that. Let's vote people that are going to change our lives. This is not right.
It's not right at all. You're quite right. Kwete kuvhotera munhu ari kuBorodale Brook achivhotera kune Mbudziya uko. And then occupy my plastic cup. You remember when he was handing out plastic cups? But then they are benefiting from the gold. Hey, netuma 1 kg to rice. But these people are benefiting from the gold that could be actually benefiting the whole country. Champion Oka, welcome to the broadcast. Just say hello to the viewers and maybe you could give us a few words on this topic of Al Jazeera before we move on. Champion Oka, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you now. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for welcoming me, Champion. I'm sorry I'm a bit late because we have got load shedding here, so I couldn't get proper reception or connection. But anyway, yebo linjani Chief Soswe. Sawubona Chifu. Ngiyabonga kakhulu ungamkela ku reviewer namhlanje. Ngiyaxolisa ukuba late kanje because hey lapha kule load shedding lapha, and that's why ngivalele camera because kumnyama nje kuyafana ngaze ngifake on soze ngibonakale. Anyway, indaba elikhuluma ngayo inzima kakhulu ukuthi umuntu nxa engabona okwenzakala eZimbabwe ubone umnotho lo esiubone ku-Al Jazeera ukuthi uyatholakala elizweni lethu. Kubuhlungu kakhulu ngoba izikolo ungakhangela izikolo ukuthi zinjani, ukhangela imigwaqo ukuthi injani, izibhedlela akula mithi, akula lutho. Uzibuza ukuthi even ngabe kuthiwa bebetshontsha kabatshontshe phela okuncane bachiye ukwenzela ukuthi ilizwe lalo likwazi ukuqhubekela phambili. And into engingayizwisisanga kakhulu ngalesi senzo sabo yikuthi bathi singamadandahedi ngoba kasizwisisi ukuthi ilizwe li-under sanctions, so kumele ukuthi bathengise ngaleya ndlela. Umbuzo wami ngilokho ngilawo ngithi kanti sesisanctionwe ngumhlaba wonke na? Si-under sanctions na emhlabeni wonke? Si-under sanctions eBritain, e-UK, e-Europe, e-Asia, wherever konke si-under sanctions because siyakwazi uyathengisa khona. Kanti why the secrecy? Why kuthengiswa kusheshwa phansi? And into eyisimanga buqali namhlanje lisayikhumbula la 15 billion okwathiwa ayazakala ukuthi yaya ngaphi. Imali eningi kangaka, kanti imali eningi kangaka vele nxa ihamba kanti ayisayinelwa yagcina kubani kanti vele yona imali waze wayinikeza abantu icatshe nje imali engako. Into eyenzakala eZimbabwe ibuhlungu kakhulu, and ama-Zimbabweans kumele ukuthi sibone ukuthi senzani ngakho, hayi lento ukuthi sibe sihlekwa sisenziwa izitshupeti kuthiwa so mucha itase inasho kuthiwa sizenzani ngakho. Ngempela sikhaliswa ngabantu bangaki laba bantu bayafika even 50 laba bantu abatshontshela iZimbabwe. Sibaningi kangaka, millions and millions of people sisokoliswa ngabantu abangafika even 100 ilizwe lonke. Yibo abasithwalise nzima nje. Hayi maZimbabweans asibambaneni mani siphumele impendulo kulento. Funeka sibambane sonke. Yeah.
It's very true, Champion Oka, what you say. It's very painful. It's a very painful situation. And it's time we rise up and it's time we unite to do something. We must get together, stand together, act together. It's right. It's more than overdue that we should be doing something. In that same vein, I know our weekly week in review, the weekly video from our CCC communications department. I don't know if our technical department, you have that. They did speak a lot about this quite intensively. If we can just show that to the viewers as well, and then move on to the next topic, the weekly CCC Week in Review video.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Week in Review. This week, we've seen that not all that glitters is gold. Do you know that the $100 million worth of gold smuggled out of Zimbabwe each month could pay more than 50,000 teachers an average salary of $1,200 per month? It could build a 50 megawatt solar plant, powering thousands of homes and businesses. Our main public hospitals only need $60 million per year to run efficiently. In fact, 1 ton of gold could fund about 60 clinics. Zimbabwe is not poor, it's poorly managed. Under a CCC government, we will build strong and independent institutions, restore the rule of law, and most importantly, operate in the best interest of all citizens. We will put national wealth back into the people to promote growth, economic prosperity, and national development. We'll ensure that the nation's minerals benefit the majority and not just a few. As our change champion-in-chief, Advocate Nelson Chamisa, has said, citizens must always be at the center. That means that Zimbabwe must and will be open to the business of restoring the dignity, well-being, and wealth of the citizen, investing in the people's rights, not flights, ensuring that wage increases are not eroded by inflation before they're even given. Corruption is killing us. This upcoming election is more than just a ballot. It's the fight for our right to live. It is our time as the citizens to take back our nation and to fulfill the promises of independence for all. The time to build a new great Zimbabwe is now. The cause has never been more urgent. Let's turn our outrage into decisive rejection of corruption and poverty. You have until the 26th of March, which is Sunday, to register as a voter. Find a friend, find a relative, find a neighbor, and register to vote. We have the power to win Zimbabwe for change. And so we continue to call for the release of change champion Honorable Job Sikala. And until next week, let's keep inspiring hope and a thirst for change.
Yes, so Zimbabwe, we have it. Zimbabwe is not poor. Zimbabwe is just poorly managed. And closing out there, remembering our champion, Honorable Job Sikala, who has now been in prison for 286 days. I'm going to ask the technical department just to get us ready to show us what happened in Senegal to one of the opposition leaders when the people went en masse in their thousands and actually demanded the release of the opposition leader. But Mambo Shoshe, just a few words. I know, this is something we speak about every week, but we need to keep reminding each other. We need to keep on bringing the plight of Honorable Job Sikala, and we need to keep on talking about it and raising it, giving it awareness, the awareness it deserves. 286 days behind bars.
Yes, let's see the video first. I would like to make my comments after the video.
Okay. Champion Leo, if we could have the video of the thousands of opposition supporters actually going to the prison in Senegal where the opposition leader was imprisoned and breaking him out, literally taking him out of the prison.
Well, it looks like it's not coming.
No, I think it's coming. I think it's just getting it ready. But
okay, yeah, no, that's fine. So I can go ahead. What I just wanted to let this government know is people do have power, and this year I have a feeling in 2023 that they are going to see that people have power. Simbare vanhu vacharuona muna 2023 zvavari kuita izvi zvichapera izvi zvakaitika kuSenegal. It's an indication, that's a typical indication. They are under a dictatorship just like us, but people get to an extent where they say enough is enough. This line that we have made and no further. That's where we are getting now. And they when you hear them speak, when you hear them talk, they talk as if they are never going to leave those positions. But we have seen that before. History proves them wrong. Even Ian Smith was saying, not in 1,000 years. He never saw it coming. He never thought that a black man would rule this country. This is exactly where ZANU-PF is. They think that no one else is ever going to rule this country or will lead this country. And they think they are the best thing to ever happen to this country. And they think that simply because they liberated, or they liberated in quotation marks, because they didn't liberate it. The people liberated themselves. They liberated this country because they had the support of the people. So we are going to show them. The people are going to show them this year that they cannot lead forever. They cannot rule forever. Job Scala achabuda mujeri. Zvavari kuita na Job Scala izvi vachazviona kuti it's not right, and the people will rise. The people will speak up.
The people will rise, the people will speak up. They actually think they're breaking a spirit, but what they don't know is that they're actually making Job Sikala, they're building Job Sikala, they're building his supporters, they're building the Triple C, people who actually think that maybe, this is something, but they're actually building us. And interesting to note, Mambo Safari Champion Oka, is that the Senegalese president is going to be the one who's officially opened the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair. So these are friends with Emerson Mnangagwa, but back home, there's discontent, the same discontent that we're feeling here. So it's very similar situations that we're seeing. So if the Senegalese can go in there and actually say, no, this is not right, this guy must be out of prison. If they can do it and we have similar situations, we should also be able to do that. Champion Leo, I understand the video is ready. Can you show us and then we talk about that?
Woo! Mustang! Crazy! Crazy!
Champion Oka, abantu bamthatha from jail. I mean, what are you thinking when you see that and the similarities between Zimbabwe and Senegal?
Uyabona ama-Zimbabweans into okufanele ukuthi bayilwise yi-division esayenziwa yi-ZANU-PF. Abantu beZimbabwe basupporta into noma ingafanelanga ukuthi ivunyelwe ngenxa yokuthi yenziwe yiphathi yakhe. Abantu abeZANU-PF bayakwazi ukuthi uJob Sikala akanalo icala, but ngenxa yokuthi lento yenziwa ngama-leaders abo abeZANU-PF bayayeka into yenzeke, kodwa bayalibala ukuthi kusasa kungaba nguwe. Ispirit sokuhlangana kufanele ukuthi singamaZimbabwean sifunde into embi imbi, noma ingabe isenziwa ngumuntu omthandayo omlandelayo. Nxa esenza into wrong i-wrong, funeka sibambane sikwazi ukuhlangana. Uyabona njengoba ubabona abantu baseSenegal, I am sure ukuthi bebaningi kangaka akukhathalekile uba ngowe-ZANU-PF, ngowe-Triple C, ngowe-ZAPU kumbe ngowani, kodwa babeyibona into le yenziwayo i-wrong. So abantu beZimbabwe kufuneka sibambane, akunandaba ukuthi umuntu uphuma kuyiphi party, ngoba lento yenziwayo kuJob Sikala i-wrong. Ngoba nxa singabambana sonke sisenzela ukuthi abakhokheli bethu mababuse ngendlela enhle. Uyazi mina into engiyithandayo Sophia ngendaba yeZANU-PF, iZANU-PF ifana njengomuntu ogada isilwane. Uyazi nxa ugada isilwane esilambileyo not esidlileyo, a hungry lion, urider on it, ungayehla uyenziwa njengoJob Sikala. So nawe uzofana nathi nje singazange sibe ngabantu bezanu. So ukuthi wena uthi nxa usekuzanu uvumele ukuthi iZANU-PF yenze izinto ezibhedi kanje, next time nguwe. So funeka sibambane, singayenza nathi lento sikwazi ukuphumelela. Amandla asebantwini awekho ebantwini esibabekileyo, balapha ya ngoba yithi esibanikeza amandla. So I think yiko kumele sibe kwazi thina ama-Zimbabweans, we are the power, not the leaders. We give them the power. By themselves, they are nothing. So we must know our position. Who are we? So once people understand how strong we are, especially if we are united, if we are together, no one is going to steal our gold. No one is going to arrest us. No one is going to abduct our family members and kill them for no reason. because ngiyakutshela mina champion Sophia, what happens is that even umuntu ongewozanu, mina I can be triple C, but ngilabo abantu abayihlobo zami abakuzanu angibafuni bafe, labo abafuni ngife. If I die, they will be hurting, even though we do not believe in the same ideas. So that's what I think.
I think it's a very important a lot of important points that you raised, that let's just not think it's them or it's one person, but we need to be careful that we need to stand together, we need to act together, because tomorrow it can be me, tomorrow it can be you. So we need to stand together, no matter where someone comes from, no matter where someone is, but we just need to stand together so that we can actually be more powerful against this threat. Mambo Shoshe, you touched on something just briefly before we went to Champion Orca about the leadership. That they never thought that things would turn out the way they did. I know the interim vice president, Champion Vice President Tendai Biti, launched a book, In the Name of the People, that he was talking about liberation champions, liberation war champions who liberated, the countries from colonialism, but then they turn rogue, and then they do exactly like what we're seeing in Zimbabwe, like what ED has been doing, and his comrades who fought the war, who started off with good intentions, but they've gone rogue. But we question those good intentions, that were they ever good intentions, or they were always like that? We're only seeing it, or they're only now maybe not shy or embarrassed to show who they really are, but that they've always been like that. You mentioned a little bit when we were talking briefly about the week review and the Al Jazeera, the leadership. I don't know, do you want to add on to that a little bit more before we go on, and then maybe just to talk about the book launch, if you have any information?
I do not have the information on the book launch, but I'll take the opportunity to squeeze what is going on in North America today. That we are praying for our country. We have a big prayer conference in North America that is starting, I think, in an hour's time. We're going to, Leo, you can go ahead and put the information here. We want everyone to join. We want everyone to be part of that. As you can see, we are getting closer to the elections, and the election period, the election cycle, starts before the election itself, and it goes beyond the day of the election. So we want to pray to God that there is no one who is killed in Zimbabwe because of political violence. We want to pray to God that there is no one who is killed during the election, on the day of the election, and even after the election. Our country, Sophia, needs prayers. So please do log in today. It's an apolitical, so to speak, gathering. We have invited people from ZANU-PF, from different political formations, so everyone is welcome. Leo, if you can put up some videos or posters or anything that you have. I know maybe you are not prepared for that, but do show us anytime when you are ready. We'll see that you're playing something. We'll all keep quiet, but we are inviting everyone to this event. Please do join us. I think it's at 9 p.m. Zimbabwean time, so we are getting closer to this big event.
Yeah, a very important event. Actually, it's actually quite important that we do remember our nation in prayer, and that we give whatever plans we are making or whatever hopes we have for the nation, that we hand them over to God, so that, everything goes well. If things cannot go well,
Yeah,
there
so
we go.
that's the event, and I know I'm not going to finish this show because we have to put in the final preparations. But yes, please, everyone is invited. Leo, you can also put the Zoom link on the comment section.
Yeah, I think the Zoom link on the comment section, at least so that people can go and see, because if you flight it and it goes away, people won't be able to go back to check on it and add or join later on. So if you can have the Zoom link in the comment section, that'd be quite helpful. And then also, our viewers and listeners, when you see the Zoom link, please share with as many friends and relatives as you can. We want a lot of people there. We want people to pray for Zimbabwe. We want to pray for peaceful elections and a peaceful outcome and peaceful after election period. We can do it together. Like Champion Oka says, together, if we come together, we can do it together. Mambo Sose, before you go, I think we've just got one or two last topics. The first one is of the abducted Triple C member of the Zaka West, Champion Rhino Musareva. Do we have his photo? It is understood that he was abducted by members of the CIO, and it's been 16 days now. He has not been seen. No one knows where he is. So just to raise awareness, Mambo Soshe, 2 words that you can say about this. This is the father, this is the champion, this is the Mugwaza champion, and he is from Zaka West. But 16 days now he was abducted by CIO operatives in not Triangle, the town near Triangle.
Chirezi.
The big one. Yes, Chirezi, yes, exactly. Your 2 words just to raise awareness on this incident.
Yeah. We don't have much information, but this is a Triple C member who was abducted allegedly by CIO operatives, and these are things that we are saying we want to pray for. We don't want this kind of behavior. We are Zimbabweans. Why should we be killing each other? Why should we be beating each other? And why should we be abducting each other? This is what this ZANU-PF chief was saying, Chief Charumbira. Ibenzi zvaro, but I got the sense of what he was saying. Kwete zvekuti vaende kunomwa tea na President Chamisa, no. But nyaya yekuti vanhu veZANU-PF nevanhu veTriple C nevamwe mapolitical parties nevanhu vekwadhagi vatisingade kana kutoona vanogara muparliament vachinwa tea vese, vanopinda mubhawa vachinwa doro vese. But isusu we are busy abducting each other, we are busy killing each other, we are busy beating each other up. It's not right. Let's love one another. We are one people, one nation, and that's exactly, Sophia, why we need to pray for Zimbabwe, because this has to stop. We shouldn't be doing this to one another. But of course, on the good news, I don't know how reliable the information I have is. It's saying that he has been found. Someone just texted me that he has now been found. But you can imagine someone was not with his family for 10 days. He was abducted. Why should we have such a situation? Yeah.
No, if he's been found, it's a relief. We're really happy about that. But it should not be happening in the first place. But at least he's been found and he's alive. Champion Oka, your closing remarks before you go. What would you like to tell the nation of Zimbabwe before we go and get ready for the prayer meeting?
I am so happy. Ngithabele indaba ezikhulunywa ngo-Chief Soshe ezokuthi kuzwakale ngathi utholakele uchampion lo obe abductiwe. Hey, uyazi ke into yokusetshenziswa uku-abducta abanye abantu into enzima kakhulu. Ingozi ayihambi emzini kaMnangagwa, iqonda kwakho ngqo. Uyazi, nxa sokunjalo asoza kuncede ngalutho. Umuntu osebenza umsebenzi lowo othengisa inhliziyo yakhe ukuthi ahambe ebulala abanye abantu, hayi akabathandi nabantu abakhe, ngoba okubuyayo kulanda yena nefamily yakhe. Laba abantu abamthumayo bona babe bebhizi besidla igolide lela abalitshontshayo le, yena ehlupheka. yiyo nje into engingayitsho kodwa siyajabula ukuthi utholakele. Akube liqiniso. Akube liqiniso.
Yeah, you're very right. It's good news that he has been found. Really good news that he has been found. It was quite worrying, but it's good that he's with us. Thank you, Champion. Okay, Champion. Leo, if we can if we can play a short video of the Change Radio, just Zimbabwe remembers of the Change video that was made, just to remind people of where we're coming from and what Zimbabweans have suffered and what Zimbabweans have been subjected to. If you can get that video ready, but I'll just read a few comments from our listeners and viewers while you're just getting that video ready. We have Moses Humani, who is saying he's watching from Saudi Arabia. Thank you so much, Moses. Peter Simon Chiwasa says, Harare Angu, thank you, Peter. We appreciate you. Pomerai Juba is saying, that's true, Mambo. I think you were commenting on what Mambo Soshe was saying. Pomerai Dube gives a sad comment, Shakaoma Ama, Shua Shakaoma. The same as Soli B, Stallone Wekukaringa says it's painful. Nomamo Shibe says it's the mockery of the highest order. Indeed, what ZANU-PF is subjecting everyone, the Zimbabweans, to is a mockery of the highest order. Victor Muchadura says, watching from Hermanus in Cape Town. Thank you, Victor. Teachman Kanyoka is watching from Port Elizabeth in South Africa. Thank you for being with us, Teachman. Cohen Mulambo also says, very sorry about the champion, rest in peace. These are his condolences messages to Champion Huchu. Steve Champion says, Champion Sophia, I might have live Tataura. Tonight live next week, tonight live next time, Champions. You stay tuned on Change Radio and let's interact. Next week, we'll try and get the link out there so that we can get more people to come in from the commentators and the public. Sean Mahere, thank you for being with us. And Nancy Nyaundi is also worried about the corruption in the country. Thank you for joining us, Nancy. I think I'll stop there for those comments and just take this time to say thank you so much, listeners and viewers, for being with us. We appreciate your patronage. But for now, stay tuned. There's a lot more entertaining and informative news that's coming up. And as if you heard from Ambososhe, the North American province will be broadcasting the PAMAV, or the prayer for Zimbabwe, for us to have peaceful elections in Zimbabwe. So stay tuned for that. But for myself, Sophia Tekwani, Loveness, Champion Loveness Kanjiba Kotora, Champion Oka Mambososhe, and Champion Leo, thank you for joining us. And do remember to get that Zoom details in the comments as well after we've ended the broadcast, so that you can join and you can share with your friends and relatives, so you can join the prayer conference on Zoom. But from us, it's good night for now. We see you next week, same time, same place. Thank you for watching.